Today, we are going to completely transform how you create AI portraits. We're going to break down how you can engineer the perfect prompt to get the exact image you're picturing in your head every single time. Let's get into it. You've been there, right? You upload a perfectly good photo, you type in a prompt you think is great, and you get back something that only kind of looks like the person you had in mind. It can be super frustrating when the result is just off.
Okay, so what if we could take all that guesswork, all that random chance, and replace it with professional, predictable control? That's what we're doing today. We're going to give you a clear method that puts you in the director's chair, so you can control everything from the set design to the photography, all with just your words.
First things first, before we do anything else, we have to nail the most important part, making sure the portrait actually looks like the person. This is the bedrock for everything that follows. So write this down, remember it, tattoo it on your brain. Of the uploaded photo. This is your anchor. It's the magic phrase. Before you even think about the cool background or the dramatic lighting, you have to tell the AI to base its work on the face in your picture. It seems simple, but trust me, it's the most critical command for getting a result that's actually true to life. All right, our likeness is locked in. Now the fun begins. This is where we get to be set designers and build the entire world around our subject to really tell a story.
You have way more control over the scene than you might think. You can call out the background, the style of the walls, maybe add a few key props that hint at a story. And of course, you can define the general lighting. Each one of these little details gives the AI a clearer blueprint to build from. And this is a game changer. Just adding a single word can completely shift the vibe of the entire image. Think about it. Throwing in cinematic gives you that movie poster feel. Corporate makes it clean and professional. It's like having a direct line to an art director, telling them exactly the mood you're going for.
Now, if you really want to level up your portraits, we need to start thinking like a photographer. When we start using their language, we unlock a whole new dimension of realism and quality.
And you don't have to be a camera nerd to do this. Just knowing a phrase like 85mm f1.4 is a total pro move. It's a classic portrait lens, and when you put that in your prompt, you're telling the AI you want that beautiful professional look where the subject is tack sharp and the background just melts away into a soft blur. That blur is called bokeh, and it just screams quality.
Let's talk lighting. Instead of just saying good lighting, we can actually build our light setup piece by piece, just like in a real photo studio. We'll start with our main light, the key light. Then we'll add a little fill light to soften the shadows. Then a rim light to make our subject pop from the background. And finally, we'll set the overall ambient light to tie it all together.
Exactly. This is so important. Using specific terms is how you get control. Ask for Rembrandt lighting, and you'll get that classic moody look. Ask for a softbox, and you'll get clean, flattering light. See? You're not just making things brighter. You're literally sculpting the face and the mood with light.
Okay, so we've got our likeness, our scene, and our pro-level lighting. Now it's time for the finishing touches. These are the little details that really separate a good image from an absolutely incredible one.
Did you know you can prompt for composition? You absolutely can. You can tell the AI to place your subject using the rule of thirds. You can ask it to use leading lines from the background to guide your eye. And here's a super useful tip. If you need space for a logo or some text, just ask for negative space on one side of the image. Color is pure emotion, and you can direct it. You can ask for warm golden tones to make someone feel approachable and friendly, or you can use cool blues to create a more serious, professional feel. Want something that feels more natural and down to earth? Go for muted earth tones. The entire color palette is yours to command. So, what does this all look like when we put it together? Let's run through a few style recipes. Think of them as cheat sheets that combine all these tricks to create specific, polished portraits for any situation you can think of. For that perfect corporate headshot, the formula is pretty straightforward. You'll want to specify sharp business attire, a clean background, and that 85mm lens for that focused, polished look. And your keywords for the mood? Confident and professional. It's a recipe for a perfect executive photo every time. But what if you want something more creative? For an artist, we change the environment to their workspace and specify natural light coming from a window.
A wider 35mm lens makes it feel more like a documentary. And asking for an authentic, candid moment tells a story. It's not just a picture of a person, it's a picture of them in their element.
Now, for a high-fashion look, we're shifting gears big time. Here, we're prompting for a studio backdrop, a dramatic pose, and an editorial magazine style. And listen to this. Mentioning a medium-format camera aesthetic tells the AI you want insane detail and that premium high-end feel you see in magazines. And finally, for personal branding, it's all about being real and connecting with your audience. So we'll go with a modern home office, smart casual clothes, and an expression that's both confident and approachable. The key prompt here is lifestyle photography style. That gets you an authentic shot that feels genuine and builds trust. So here's the main takeaway. It's all about iteration. You don't have to nail it on the very first try. The real trick is to start with your main idea, see what you get, and then start layering in more and more detail. The lighting, the lens, the mood, until that image in your head becomes the image on your screen. So you're not just rolling the dice anymore. You now have the vocabulary of a photographer, a stylist, and a creative director, all rolled into one. The power to create the exact portrait you want is literally at your fingertips. So the only question left is, what story are you going to tell?